Recording in progress.
Yeah,
Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to give just a moment to clear the waiting room and make sure that folks have connected to audio. As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are presenting before the entertainment division. Good afternoon. This is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to certain temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We are joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. There's only one item on this afternoon's agenda. I will read the agenda item into the record. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You will make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the Entertainment Division and testimony beginning with elected officials or their representatives. For members of the public who wish to testify, please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. The item before the Entertainment Division this afternoon is Boston Restaurant Bar and Grill, LLC, doing business as Boston Restaurant Bar and Grill, located at 1263 to 1269 River Street in Hyde Park. The application is to add the entertainment categories of audio device, TVs, dancing by patrons, disc jockey, and karaoke until 12 a.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Hello, my name is Maggie. I am the restaurant manager. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, are you able to turn your cameras on?
Okay, awesome. Sure. 1 second, please. Let me just locate myself.
Sure, and I've just asked you to turn your camera on as well, so you should have seen something pop up on your screen.
Sure.
Here we go. Thank you. Maggie, if you could please briefly present your proposal to the Entertainment Division.
Yes, hello. We are currently operating
You're breaking up on you guys.
Yeah. Maybe turn your camera off because we can't hear you at all.
We are hoping
Unfortunately, we can't hear anything you're saying.
Yeah, Maggie, I've actually just asked you to stop your video because we can't hear you. I wonder if there's
let me see. Do you mind? I'm gonna try to relocate my I'm trying to see if I can get better signal somewhere else. Are you guys able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Just bear with me 1 second. All right. Is that better? I'll get some of the music down.
So far, we can hear you.
All right. I'm back. Is this much better?
This is better. If you could please start over and just explain the proposal to the Entertainment Division.
Sure. My name is Maggie. I am the restaurant manager here at Boston Restaurant Bar and Grill. We are looking to extend our license. Currently, we have it for at this present minute, we have it for TVs and audio. So we would like to add DJ, karaoke, live patron dancing, and trivia to it. So this is a proposal that we are doing. We've been operating on as needed basis. We've been submitting the weekly or as needed application, and so far we have a good track record. We haven't had an incident that took place at our place, so we are hoping that we could get the full year.
Are you looking to have this type of entertainment 7 days a week, or is it for certain days of the week?
Certain days of the week.
What days we need to have that?
We are hoping to do karaoke on Wednesdays, line dancing once a month, and then live DJs on Saturday and some Fridays.
Okay, and is this type of entertainment permitted by your landlord?
Yes, it is.
All right, and can you confirm for us today what your hours of operation are?
Currently our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on weekends, which is Friday, Saturday, it's 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. And on Sunday, it is 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. And then what is your capacity?
Currently our capacity is at 45 to 49. That's what we licensed for.
Okay.
We are in the process of working with the town and doing all the necessary to see if we can bring that, because we do have some additional paperwork that will need to be done and some additional work. So that is what we've been operating under, on 45.
Okay. And Maggie, you're the manager?
I am.
And what's your last name?
Delbrun, D as in David, ELBRUN.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your experience managing a restaurant like this with this type of entertainment.
Sure. I'm currently working on my part-time job. I am working as a nurse, but I have held a job where I work as a restaurant assistant manager, where they would have events, weddings, graduation parties, and DJs on as needed basis. And we never really had any issue with that. So we were operating on a full-term license with a closing time of 2 a.m. in the morning.
Was that in Boston?
No, actually, that was in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, okay. So can you describe for me what sort of sound mitigation you have at this location?
Our building is really good with the sound mitigation. We don't, like, when you're outside, you can really hear the sound. And the DJs that we've been working with, we do ask them to keep the sound at a very, minimum to low, if possible. We are located right across from the police station, and we are on a commercial area. So to our left, it's a daycare that operates from 9 to 5, and to our right is the street. We are on the corner.
Okay, and so in addition to
So-
you, I know Mr. Joseph is involved in the
Yes.
restaurant. What is his role?
He is the owner.
Okay, is he there on site during these days you have entertainment?
Yes, for the most part, he tried to be on site when we have events. If he can't make it, he'll work with his assistant, which is Bibito, also the chef, to be present.
Okay, so should there be noise complaints or noise issues arise, how can someone contact the premise? Have you shared your phone or someone there's phone with the neighbors, email? If there's a complaint in real time, how can they call and tell you guys to lower the volume?
Yes, I mean, we'll be willing to do so. We don't currently have any residential neighbors per se, but would we have any complaint, we'll be more than willing to work with whomever, have a concern.
Okay. So are you the manager of record here, or are you just the manager on the entertainment side?
I am not the manager on record as of yet.
Okay.
I am the restaurant manager.
Okay. So do you plan on using promoters?
We are exploring that idea because from what we've heard and from past experience, not all promoters come with a good crowd. So we are, the team and myself are exploring whether we want to go that route or not.
Okay, so with promoters comes some business risks. Ultimately, you can't defer the responsibility for safety and security of your patrons to a promoter. Ultimately, that falls on you and Mr. Abner. So and should you use promoters, we would like you to notify the board that you will be using promoters. Do you plan on having cover charges?
I'm sorry, I missed the last part of your question.
Do you plan on like requesting people to pay a cover charge?
I mean, that's something that we've talked about. Being a new restaurant is very hard, to really charge people right now. In the past, we tried it once, it didn't really go too well. So it's something that we are exploring. Like we had a brunch, we didn't charge any cover fee and we saw that it went very, very well. So we are exploring whether we want to do that or not as far as the cover fee.
Okay, you have to have permission from the board to charge a cover charge.
Okay, not a problem.
And then what is the purpose of your request to have dancing by patrons? Because usually that's for like a nightclub or like a private event. Do you have a dance floor? How will you make room for people to?
Yeah, we do have a pretty large dining room. We do make room. So in the past, there's been like a party, like a private party, and the guests request that, a few of the guests can stand up and dance. So we want to make sure that we have everything covered so we don't run into any issues. If we have a private party and they want to do that, so we're okay with doing that.
Okay, do you restrict ages? Is it a certain age after a certain time of day?
Currently we do have a license for alcohol, so we do verify ID at the door. Just so we don't run into any issue with our alcohol license. So we do try to keep it at 21 plus after 10 p.m.
Okay, and how do you ID? Is it visual ID? Do you have a scanner?
No, visual ID. So
Okay.
we have somebody at the door that's verifying that.
Okay, so at closing time, when you're trying to disperse the patrons, do you have a written plan in place for how to disperse people at the end of the night?
Yeah, usually what we do have our floor plan posted. However, the plan between the other manager and I, we usually give them a 30 minutes warning that we will be closing in 30 minutes, and we do a 15 minutes warning. And then by the time the time come, within that 15 minutes, all our lights are turned on if they were dimmed. And we do go, if there is a patron that is taking longer than expected, we do approach them directly and ask them, kindly, to exit the premises.
Okay, and do you guys like, I'm not familiar with the outside of your premise, but do you have like Uber pickup, Lyft pickup? Do you have a spot identified where ride shares can go to pick up patrons at the end of the night?
We don't have one per se, however, we right on the street. We are between River Street and Hyde Park. So we at the corner. So once you exit the door, the street is right there. So usually we never run into any issues with having, Lyft or Uber pick up, So that hasn't been a concern, but if that does arise, we will plan on, creating a plan on how to address that.
Okay. Do you have security staff?
On special event, we do, not every day.
Is it your staff or do you hire private security?
Typically we have a group that we work with. So it's, we have one gentleman that's part of our staff that provides some assistance. And there was one event that we did hire a professional staff because we were just wanting to make sure that everything was gonna go according, to plan.
Okay. Can you share the name of that security company just so we have it in the back of our mind?
I can ask Baby to forward because he's the one that
Okay, and do you guys have video cameras?
we do. We have over 30.
Okay, and how long is the video footage saved
30 days.
automatically? 30 days?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I might have some more questions, but I'm gonna turn it over to Rebecca to see if she has anything that I may have omitted.
I had emailed you before the hearing, but I need a floor plan with live entertainment areas marked. An updated affidavit, it was just missing some material. So can you just describe what Boston Bar, Restaurant and Grill is? Is it a restaurant? What kind of venue? You may have presented this to the licensing board, but just so that we have it on record for the entertainment division.
So, yeah, sure. Our venue, as stated, we are a full licensed bar with restaurant with sitting areas. So our dining room is kind of divided from our bar. So our bar, as you walk in our door, you will pretty much walk in the door to the bar, and then if you make your way down, like, how would I say, turn left down the hall, that'll be at our dining room area. It's a very family oriented, I would say, perhaps, from a certain time to a certain time. And I would say in the late evening, if we have like event or private event, it's more geared toward young adults to a certain degree. So our restaurants serve, fusion food to, American, Italian, Haitian, Caribbean, so you name it. And as stated, it's a very relaxing place, very upscale modern restaurant.
Thank you. And then was there a community process for this request? And can you tell us about it?
There was, we are very close with the Main Street Board. They were part of it. I did talk to CN, which is a member, and Scott. They were all for it. We did also mail all our boarding neighbors within 500 feet, the meeting today, if they wanted to participate. We do have a few committee members that frequent our business, so we did get in touch with them and tell them that what we wanted to do, and they were all for it.
Great.
And we did contact our local churches too. We don't have a hospital nearby,
Okay.
but the church, yes, I did send them the email.
And then when I know you said Abner's there for special events, and if you're off, if he's not there, you said there was another manager.
Yeah, Bebeto.
Okay, and what's that person's experience?
Oh, he's been in the field for a while. He's actually our head chef as well. So we do have a board, a small board that we meet with before taking decision. That usually, if we're gonna have a special event, we make sure that one of us will be present, or at least 1 to 2 of us will be present. So there has never been a time that we have a special event that either Abner or myself or Bebeto or another member of the board of our small board is not present.
Okay. I think you answered everything that we needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Director Joyce, any further questions before we move to testimony?
I think we can move to testimony first.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Cecily Graham with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. ONS hosted an abutters meeting for the applicant on Wednesday, February 21st, and they are scheduled to meet with the Hyde Park Neighborhood Association on Thursday, May 2nd of this week. At this time, our office would like to defer to the chairwoman's judgment. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecily. Are there any other individuals present with us who would like to testify on this matter? Thank you. Director Joyce, Director Fu, any further questions or comments for the applicant?
No, we have 30 days to issue a decision. I won't be issuing a decision until we have the violation hearing on the liquor side. So I think that's coming up, so it gives me enough time. Just wanted to let you know that, just so you can manage your expectations.
Thank you. Anything further before we adjourn? Thank you. Thank you. That will, the Entertainment Division will take this matter under advisement and will issue a written decision. And that is the only item before the division this afternoon, so that we'll adjourn this hearing. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Take care.
Thank you.